Audrey Hepburn never wore a giant label hanging from her dress, but everyone knew she was wearing Givenchy. Why? Because true elegance whispers while vulgarity screams. Have you ever noticed how the most sophisticated women never seem to be trying to impress anyone? They simply are. And here is the secret no one tells you. It is not about the money in the bank. There are 7 details that make a woman appear as though she inherited the family fortune, even if she built everything from scratch. Details so subtle that most people completely overlook them. And what if I told you that you could cultivate that same presence without spending a fortune on designer brands? That you could have the same magnetic effect using pieces you already have in your wardrobe? If you are tired of feeling invisible while other women effortlessly command attention, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, because you deserve to discover the silent power every elegant woman possesses. I myself have made all these mistakes. I used to think I needed more money, more makeup, more clothes. But everything changed when I started paying attention to the invisible details. And I want you to discover this too, because it is liberating. The first detail will shock you with its simplicity. Detail 1. The posture that is worth more than a Cartier. Kate Middleton may be wearing Zara, but when she enters a room, everyone stops talking. She has mastered the cheapest art in the world, how to take up her own space. So while you spend hours choosing the perfect outfit, she has already won the game before even opening her mouth. I met an executive who wore extremely expensive suits, but she was still being ignored in meetings. Until she discovered it was not the clothes, it was the way she moved. She started walking as if she owned the company. In 3 months, she was promoted. You could be wearing a dress that cost $1,000, but if your shoulders are hunched like a question mark, you look like you are apologizing for existing. Our primitive brain still associates upright posture with power and status. Meanwhile, those women desperate for status buy designer bags, but walk as if they are running away from something. The result? They look rich on the outside, but insecure on the inside. So here's the first secret. Shoulders back, chin parallel to the ground, and steps that do not sound like a herd of horses. It is about moving as if you own the place, even if it is only your own life. The irony? This transformation costs $0, but is worth more than any designer bag. Now breathe. Think about how many times you entered a room apologizing for your own presence, how many opportunities you missed because your posture screamed insecurity before you even spoke. This has a solution. And the second detail will impact something you do every single day without noticing. Detail 2. The iron that is worth more than a Hermes. Jennifer Aniston may show up in basic jeans and a white t-shirt, but there is never a single wrinkle. She discovered the most democratic secret of elegance. Well-maintained clothes turn any piece into a declaration of self-respect. A client told me, "I bought a blazer on sale. Everyone asks where I got that amazing piece." The secret? She had a minor adjustment done by a tailor and uses steam before wearing it. You might be wearing Prada, but if there is a wrinkle on the sleeve, you look like someone who slept in their clothes. Our eyes register imperfections before we notice brands. Compare that to those women who hoard designer pieces in their closet, but leave the house looking like they picked clothes off the floor. Having a lot does not mean caring well. So here's the truth no one wants to accept. A well-ironed cotton t-shirt beats a wrinkled, expensive blazer. But you do not need to become a slave to the iron. Hang your clothes in the bathroom during a hot shower, shake each piece out of the washer, and hang blazers while they are still warm. Pause for a second. How many times have you left the house knowing your clothes were wrinkled, but pretended no one would notice? The answer was right in front of you all along. The third detail will reveal why less can be infinitely more. Detail 3. The makeup that costs less than lunch. Gwyneth Paltrow shows up at events looking like she woke up that way, radiant and natural. She mastered the hardest beauty skill, looking like she is wearing nothing while using everything in just the right amount. I remember a friend who spent 2 hours doing her makeup every day. She used heavy foundation, dramatic contour, false lashes. One day, she tried just tinted moisturizer, soft blush, and mascara on the outer lashes. Her husband said, "You look beautiful today. What did you do differently?" She had done less. That heavy makeup you think makes you glamorous is actually screaming insecurity to anyone over 15. Our society has confused quantity with quality. The secret Hollywood makeup artists keep? Hydrated skin is worth more than any expensive foundation. Blush on the cheekbones and temples mimics a post-workout flush, and mascara only on the final third of the lashes adds length without looking fake. But before any of that, press a cold spoon under the eyes. It reduces puffiness better than any expensive concealer. Take a deep breath. How many products are in your makeup bag that you never use? How many times have you looked in the mirror and thought, I overdid it? True beauty does not need to scream to be noticed. If you are enjoying these practical tips and want to learn how to transform your image into something that helps you be more respected, heard, and valued, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Our advice is valuable. Now, the fourth detail will affect something you carry every day. Detail 4. The silent power of less is more. Laura Pausini might wear earrings that cost $15, but when she chooses small golden ones, they look like family heirlooms. She understood that true elegance does not scream its presence through giant trinkets. Once I saw a woman at a social event wearing at least 10 bracelets, huge earrings, 3 necklaces, and rings on almost every finger. She looked like a walking jewelry store. The only thing missing was a sign that said, "Promotion, take 3, pay for 2. Meanwhile, the woman beside her wore only a small pearl necklace and commanded all the room's attention. Those huge earrings you think make you look interesting are actually competing with your face for attention. Our brain processes larger and shinier objects first. It is like those women who wear brand logos on everything: bag, shoes, scarf, sunglasses. They are trying so hard to prove they have money that they end up looking insecure about their own worth. The math of elegance is simple. Small pearls beat giant rhinestones. A smooth leather bag in neutral tones elevates any look, and a classic watch communicates more sophistication than any flashy bracelet. It is about choosing details that whisper quality while others scream desperation for attention. Pause. Look at what you are wearing right now. How many accessories are you carrying? Are they enhancing your beauty or competing with it? Less might be the key you were looking for. The fifth secret will surprise you about something you do in every conversation. Detail 5. The voice that is worth more than an MBA. Monica Bellucci can talk about anything, and you instantly believe her. She mastered the lost art of speaking slowly without sounding condescending. I met a brilliant lawyer who kept losing cases because she spoke too fast. The judges could not follow her reasoning. She started practicing speaking 30% slower. In 6 months, her success rate doubled. You could be dressed in Armani from head to toe, but if you talk like a teenager at the mall, no one will take you seriously. Our brain associates fast speech with nervousness and insecurity. Have you ever noticed those women who speak like machine guns? They interrupt, stumble over words, use slang in every sentence. They might be saying intelligent things, but no one can process them. The secret successful executives know by heart. Count 2 seconds before answering any question, keep gestures between your waist and shoulders, and maintain the same volume from the beginning to the end of each sentence. It is about giving weight to your words as if each one costs money. Breathe. How many times have you regretted speaking too quickly? How many times were you not taken seriously because your voice conveyed urgency instead of confidence? Your voice is your power. Use it strategically. The sixth detail will reveal the mistake 90% of women make without realizing. Detail 6. The etiquette. No school teaches. Catherine Deneuve can enter a crowded restaurant and get the best table without even raising her voice. She turned good manners into a silent weapon of seduction. An executive told me she changed jobs after witnessing her boss yelling at the receptionist. If she treats those who cannot defend themselves badly, how will she treat me when I make a mistake? She lost an excellent employee due to lack of basic courtesy. You might have 2 degrees and an enviable bank account, but if you do not know how to thank someone genuinely or apologize without drama, you come across as a spoiled rich child. The secret heiresses learn from birth is simple. Greet while making eye contact, listen as if every word matters, and treat the waiter with the same respect you would give a CEO. It is about showing that you have enough class to be kind without fearing it makes you look weak. Pause for a moment. How did you treat the last person who served you today? Is your courtesy building bridges or burning them? The world is watching every interaction you have. You might look impeccable from shoulders to feet, but what are your hands saying? Are they whispering power or asking for help? Detail 7. The hands that reveal all your secrets. Carla Bruni may be wearing simple leather gloves, but when she takes them off, her hands tell a story of quiet care that no extravagant manicure can imitate. She discovered that hands are the business card you can never hide. Your hands appear in every handshake, every gesture, every photo, but you treat them like optional accessories. We obsess over our face in the mirror, but forget our hands are seen more times a day. Have you seen those women with enormous nails, full of rhinestones and designs? They cannot even type properly, but think they look elegant. The code of sophistication is clear. Nails at a length that does not interfere with typing, nail polish you cannot see from a meter away, cuticles treated with olive oil and lemon before the shower, and constant hydration. It is about showing that you care for the details others ignore. Look at your hands now. What are they saying about you? How many opportunities might have slipped away because you neglected this seemingly small detail? Your hands speak before you even open your mouth. Silent details do not ask for attention, they receive it. And that is why the most remarkable women do not need to announce themselves. They simply enter, and the world takes notice. These 7 details cost less than lunch, but are worth more than an entire closet of designer brands. The difference between an ordinary woman and one who is admired by all? She understood that sophistication is a daily decision, not an accident of birth. The world does not need to know how much you have in the bank, but it will know how much you respect yourself. The woman who masters these details enters a room like someone lighting a candle in a dark hall, without a sound, but impossible to ignore. Because the woman who takes care of the details, from the cuff of her shirt to the tone of her voice, is not just dressing. She is building a narrative of silent power, of presence that cannot be measured in likes, of a legacy that begins with the way she enters a room. But here is the question no one asks. You can master all these secrets and still go unnoticed. Why? Because there is something even more powerful that determines whether you will be remembered or forgotten, and it has nothing to do with clothes. If you want to discover the secret that makes some women unforgettable, even when wearing basic outfits, you need to watch our next video. Because what good is it to look rich if you cannot make people want to be around you? Impeccable posture, well-maintained clothes, subtle makeup, discreet accessories, calm voice, refined manners, and perfect hands. Now you have the complete map. If this video touched something real inside you, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Because every woman deserves to discover her own silent power. We are creating here a new generation of women who understand the power of quiet sophistication. And you are part of it. You can look rich, but more than that, you can be unforgettable. Comment Elegance's attitude if you are ready for this transformation. Life is too short to go unnoticed. Remember, an elegant woman does not need to shout to be noticed. She is like the scent of a fine perfume. It arrives before and lingers after.